Hello, audience, my people, my fellow Battlefield fans. It is me, Varsh Dater, your host, who does not like burnt toast. Back at it with another live stream commentary. Not a live stream commentary, but a live commentary. I am playing Rush here, starting off with Recon. Let's see what we can do. Today's topic, on the other hand, is the story of, how I discovered Battlefield. Yeah, first time I ever played Battlefield. I was probably about, I want to say not 9 years old. Probably like close to 9, but like 8 or 9. I was living overseas with my family. My parents are ministers, and they volunteered to be missionaries in the country of Estonia. This was back in like 2003. So I was going to this school it was an international school, so all the students in my class were from different countries. And I became good friends with this boy from Sweden, this student from Sweden. His dad was a Swedish diplomat. And he was living in Estonia as his dad did diplomacy stuff. And so me and him would hang out, do recess and stuff, chill out, have a good time, playing games, recess. And then it got to a point where he was like, "Hey, you want to come to my house after school?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, dude, of course. I'll have to ask my mom, we could play or something." So that's what we did. I went home, I talked to my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, dad, my friend from Sweden, I'm not going to mention his name, it's probably Sweden, but he wants me to come over to his house and play games and stuff." And I was like, "Sure, let's get in contact with his mom. Dad's go to the same school, we meet his mom. We know his mom, so let's talk to her and plan something." So that's what happened. Fast forward, probably about a week or two. And finally, she comes to pick us up from school. Get in his car, she drives us to his house. We get in his house, and we're playing in his room. And he's showing me his World of Warcraft. Warcraft. I don't know if WoW was a thing yet, but Warcraft was a thing. He had like a whole army of orcs, like these little like Warhammer almost, but it wasn't Warhammer. It was Warcraft. And he had like this huge army. Core memories, man. Core memories. But anyway, so he showed me these armies, and told me about this game. It was kind of overwhelming, but we did what we imaginary playtime with the orcs and the armies. Lord of the Rings, we're a big Lord of the Rings fan. It was cool being a Lord of the Rings fan back then because it was in Europe, so like it was kind of, we lived in the part of the world where medieval stuff was more common. But anyway, so he says to me, he's like, "Hey, have you heard of the game Battlefield?" I was like, "Battlefield? Yeah, it's Battlefield. I've heard it." Like, "No, Battlefield, the only old Battlefield I know about is like, like Gettysburg and like Pearl Harbor and Normandy." And he's like, "Oh, you gotta try this game. It's got Normandy in it." I'm like, "Normandy? It's got Normandy in it? Like World War II Normandy?" He's like, "Yeah. It's Battlefield 1942. You gotta play it. Come on, let's go play." So, homie led me to his little computer lab, his little computer room at his house, and boom, he booted up Battlefield 1942. And he said, "Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna pick Omaha Beach, and you want to play American, I'm guessing, right?" Like, "Yeah, of course I want to be American. I'm American, living in Europe. I want to represent my people. That's what I want to do. I want to represent my country. Let me play as American." So he showed me how to pick the maps and what have you, and he was telling me all these different battles. It was actually a pretty pivotal moment for me too, because he taught me a lot about World War II history. And he actually showed me different scenarios and stuff. But yeah, no, we played the Omaha Beach for like 3 hours or something crazy. And the game was nuts, man. 8-year-old, 9-year-old me playing Normandy, it was surreal because back then, like games like Battlefield, they were like fresh, like games like Battlefield really only existed, honestly, truthfully, on the computer. And I didn't I had a computer, but I didn't have games on the computer. What I had was a GameCube. So when he said he has this game called Battlefield on the computer, I was like, what? Because I didn't know computer games were a thing back then. I was still kind of young. The only thing I knew about was Nintendo, GameCube, and PlayStation. I didn't even know about Xbox yet. I just didn't know. I was focused on Mario and Yoshi throwing bananas at each other. So, oh man, that was. Ever since then, I've been playing Battlefield. Because, you know, if you're new to this channel, you might be picking this video up right now. You might be watching one of the clips and checking out the channel, what have you. But I'm relatively good, you know. I'm kind of talking. I'm 6-2 right now. That's actually not that bad. But my score is pretty low. I'm not really PTOing. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch to medic. So I'm doing more for my team. But yeah, no. So ever since then, I've been playing Battlefield, but I didn't own any Battlefields myself until I was 15. That's just how it was in my household. Because what ended up happening was me and Voldemort became close friends. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I think I just shared his name, but fuck. I've remained in touch with him through the years. But me and him became close friends, right? So you would play Battlefield a lot, and one day he lets me borrow it, right? So I'm like, you're gonna let me take this home and play? He's like, yeah, man, you can borrow it. Just don't break it. So I was like, okay, I got you. I won't break it. You have my word. I kept that John in its case when I wasn't playing it. I kept my word. But it was a short-lived moment from Battlefield in my house, because here's what happened. All right. So back then, I don't know if there was a setting for it, but back then there was friendly fire on the computer NPCs. So like you'd have to be fighting with a team of bots, kind of like Casual Breakthrough or any bot portal modes you find on here. It was like that, but there was friendly fire on the bots. But one thing you couldn't do back then, you couldn't take over a vehicle and replace the bot as the driver. The bot would be the driver, right? So you couldn't like hop into the Jeep or the tank if a bot was already driving it. So I really wanted this Jeep, right? And I was playing on one of the Africa maps. So it was a big, empty desert, all right? So it's just so spacious. Like, these maps feel big, but in the scale of Battlefield, these new maps really aren't that big. These are like small maps for Battlefield. They really are. Because this desert map on Battlefield 1942 was ginormous, right? And I spawned in the very, very back, all alone, not really knowing what to do, and I saw this Jeep, and I'm going to the Jeep, and this freaking bot and his buddy bot got in it, and I was like, that's not happening. That's not happening. So I did what Voldemort taught me most. I killed the bots, point blank. I got in the Jeep for myself. But I didn't know something. I didn't know this. But my mom was watching me do it. She was watching me the whole time. So she saw me light up these two dudes in the Jeep and get in the Jeep, and she just goes, "Philip, your son just killed 2 soldiers on his team to get in the Jeep." And I was like, oh no, I'm screwed. And so they made me get off it, they made me take it out of the computer, they made me put it in its case. They thought I was gonna be like some psycho and like go on a killing spree. Nah, man, I just wanted my pixel Jeep so I can go to sea and help my team. But of course, to be honest, violent games, that's a different discussion. But man, and that was it. For a while, I didn't have Battlefield in the house because they knew what it was. They looked at it. Battlefield was forever sealed in their brain of this game where you can kill your teammates and take their vehicles, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it's like Somalia. And there's a lot of dudes around here. Once I hit 15, it was okay. They were cool. Cause it just gets okay. They wanted me to have headphones on though, because of all the yelling, cussing. And now that I'm a parent, nah, I get that. I don't want my kids saying "f you" or "I need an effing medic." Like, I'm definitely probably. I don't want it, but there may be a day where I get a call from her school, and the principal is like, "Your daughter straight turned me on the playground and yelled for a effing medic." I was like, "Look, sorry, I play a lot of Battlefield." Yeah, no. So trying to get in the habit of doing headphones again because of that. But yeah, no, you can't. Little kids shouldn't be playing games like this if they can't understand the context of what is going on. I mean, you gotta wait until they're mature. Like I knew the dudes were bots. But my mom was. I wanted to see it that way. Good times. They have been Battlefield ever since. Because I would still go to his house and play it. And then years went by. It wasn't until Bad Company 2 where I finally played Battlefield again. Because I eventually moved out of that country and moved back to the States with my family. And I didn't have it for a very long time. I didn't play for a very long time. And then the PS3 came out. And Bad Company 2 came out. And ever since then, I've pretty much played every single Battlefield to come out. I just ran over in mine. EOD AT mine. Damn, I didn't even know they could do that. I don't think I've ever been killed by an EOD mine. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know you could do that. It looks like we're doing pretty well, actually. I mean, what's going on? We're 12-6? Alright. They keep killing me. Oh, I should have waited. Should have waited. We got 2 more NCONs left. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. I want to get at least one of these NCONs armed. I've been rambling for like, I don't even know how long. There's not even rambling though. It's all about the history of how I attained these skills in Battlefield. Even though I just died. This guy's running towards my team. 2 guys running towards my team. And you can't spot. Can't spot folk when you're down. Kind of lame. I've been thinking when it comes to the spotting, you should be able to spot people when you're down, and the only people who see it are the spotters. That's what I think it should be. Because then, you know, if the whole team can see it, it's kind of it's a little overpowered. So I can see why they don't allow it. It's for balancing issues. But I feel like only your squad. Only your squad should be able to see who you're spotting when you're down. Cause I'm pretty sure in Warzone, the Battle Royale, like it's you spot someone when they're down, they show up. I think they disarmed it. Ooh.
Our charges on objective Bravo have been disarmed.
No. armed it. The last one, we can get it.
Hold on!
Stay there, champion. Don't die.
I got you! Come on! Oh, you want? I'm
You
hit!
little turd. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Go! You're a lifesaver!
I still believe in my team, but tickets are running low. Gotta keep a line secure here.
Hey! Thank you! Can.
Oh, what a save! Dude looked like he was breakdancing there. Nice. 2 MCOMs destroyed. 3 in the whole squad, I think. Well, hey, that is, you know, the story on how I first played Battlefield. To be fair, this is one of the best Battlefields to come out in a long time. It gets too much hate. I do think, though, that what the developers do in the future with the game matters the most. Because if they don't make bigger maps, I think there's going to be some problems. Because these maps are good, they are, but they're too congested, and it gets old after a while. But they are Battlefield, okay? They are Battlefield. Because if you remember Battlefield 3 days, they came out the close quarters map pack. And then Battlefield 4 had a lot of close quarter stuff too. They released the close quarter stuff first because they wanted to attract more people in and bring people in from COD. So if these big maps exist and these maps are coming, they better come soon because people are starting to get a little too annoyed, and I'm not getting annoyed. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to subscribe for daily content just like this. Thank you. Have a good day.